No way anyone who had a childhood at Freddy's would have their experience worsened by a cheap haunted house attraction. The shells of the toy animatronics are in remarkably good condition after they've been left broken and abandoned for more than 30 years in a damp closet.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time.
Frat guy. Also, believe me, nothing much interesting happens in this game.
When a place opens, people will come in at the opposite end of the building and work their way toward you, then past you, and out the exit. Yeah, you've officially become part of the attraction. You'll be starring as the security guard.
So wait, the security guards were part of the legend? That means both Mike and Jeremy have told people about their experience at Freddy's after the events of FNAF 1 and 2 respectively. Yet none of their testimonies contributed to Freddy's downfall in any way and had only shut down for good because of sanitation issues.
So not only will you be monitoring the people on the camera as they pass through, to make sure no one steals anything.
With this and the auction at the end of the game, it's amazing how anyone holds monetary value on this junk, much less cursed junk.
We don't have something really cool by next week, so we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying, boo.
FNAF, perfectly described in one sentence.
Then over to your far left, you can flip up your maintenance panel. Use this to reboot any systems that may go offline.
Ah, if only technical engineering was just as simple as turn it off and back on again.
In trying to make the place feel vintage, we may have overdone it a bit. Some of this equipment is barely functional. I wasn't joking about the fire. That's a real risk.
This ride is opening next week, yet this place will remain a real fire hazard for guests. Also, Phone Dude mentioned fire earlier.
So we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire.
Strangely obvious foreshadowing for a series filled with confusing mysteries.
Keep an eye on things, and we'll try to have something new for you tomorrow night.
I never sinned the previous games for this, but it's worth noting this jabroni has talked my ear off for 2/3 of the night. I'm not sure if Phone Dude actually had the foresight to install vent doors in the shafts, but damn will they come in handy later.
First of all, we found some vintage audio training cassettes. Dude, these are like prehistoric. I think they were like training tapes for like other employees or something like that, but I have an even better surprise for you. You're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one.
The animatronic they found contains the remains of Purple Guy, who uses the animatronic as a vessel. How did Phone Dude's crew bring it here without it activating and murdering them?
Talk to you later, man.
This is the last we'll ever hear from Phone Dude, being the character with the least amount of depth and appearances in the entire series. Thanks for the memories, I guess.
So please pay close attention while learning how to operate these suits, as accidents/injuries/death/irreparable and grotesque maiming can occur.
Once again, nobody questions Freddy's safety standards towards their employees when they reference the possibility of death on the job. The Phantoms are the only roster of characters that is not given a plot purpose and only exists as puffs of smoke that jump scare you.
Please ensure that the animatronic parts are tightly compressed and fastened by the spring locks located around the inside of the suit. Position your head and torso between these parts in a manner where you can move and speak. Try not to nudge or press against any of the spring locks inside the suit. Do not touch the spring locks at any time. Do not breathe on the spring locks, as moisture may loosen them and cause them to break loose. In case that the spring locks come loose while you are wearing a suit, please try to maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out, as to not ruin the customer experience.
If only Fazbear Entertainment engaged in mental abuse, then a comparison to Activision would be spot on.
As always, if there is ever an emergency, please go to the designated safe room.
The hell are they gonna find in there, Robitussin?
I broke my leg, Daddy poured Robitussin on it. Yeah, boy, let that tussin get on down to the bone. Yeah, the tussin ought to straighten out the bone. It's good.
There's been a slight change of company policy concerning use of the suit. Don't. After learning of an unfortunate incident at the sister location involving multiple and simultaneous spring lock failures, the company has deemed the suit temporarily unfit for employees.
I see the problem.
Oh, do ya?
The classic suits are not to be touched, activated, or worn. That being said, we are free of liability. Do as you wish.
You guys designed these suits. How are you not liable for an obviously bad design choice? So I guess screw the ghosts inside of the Funtime and Glamrock animatronics then? purple guys survived that. Well, kinda. Springtrap surviving this is only sinful because Remnant will be later introduced to some supernatural goo that can sustain life in Afton's meaty remains. The problem is that fire neutralizes the effects of Remnant, which seems to only affect Afton 3 games from now.